Hi, and welcome back to our cocktail videos. We still have Andy, as you can see.
He didn't escape.
He's not leaving. He's changed tops, but he's not leaving.
Yeah.
And Oscar, do you want to do the other instructions?
So Craig here came to rescue Andy, and obviously we've now kept Craig here, so he's not going to go. Craig is the distiller of this amazing gin, the Cornish Blue Flamingo Gin, all the way from Cornwall. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So Cornish Blue Flamingo, London dry gin, 16 botanicals, 9 of them are fresh, so things like fresh rosemary from Cornwall, fresh basil from Cornwall, lemon thyme, elderflower, hibiscus, so full of flavour, nice and smooth, and perfect for the cocktail we're going to do today.
And that's exactly what we're going to use in the cocktail
And we've
today.
reviewed this gin before, and it's a very good gin. And I have to admit, I'm on tiptoes because he's really tall, so I'm going to go back down to normal.
We
go.
liked the variation.
I know, but I can't keep it up because I'm old. There you go.
That's how tall I am. I'm going to get out of my box.
So Andy, what are we doing today?
So today, I'm going to do a take on a classic cocktail, the Aviation.
One of my favourites.
I like an Aviation, and you don't see it a hell of a lot these days. I think we need to bring it back. I've done a little twist on the Aviation. I've called it the Supersonic Aviation.
That's a stroke of luck, because in your book that Andy has produced, and we love it, we swear by this book, it's called the Supersonic Aviation.
It is.
Instructions there, great graphics on here, love it, the illustrations are amazing, the instructions are really good, very clear. We love this book, we've done a couple of cocktails from it. If you are into drinks, this is the book for you. Definitely get this. We are so lucky to have it, and we've also got
You can refer to it though, Andy.
Yes.
a signed copy, which we're more than happy with.
With my gold Sharpie.
Gold Sharpie,
Gold Sharpie.
no expense spared.
Class.
And
There
the
you
good thing is, having the book here, in all the TV that I have produced and directed in my time, I used to take the mick out of chefs for having to Google their own recipes because they don't know them. And I was like, Supersonic Aviation, what's in that again? And I had to, luckily,
You're going to have to refer to this.
we have copies of Home Bar right here.
But there's a lot. There's a lot to kind of see. There's
Yeah.
a lot of spirits. As you can see, we have a lot of spirits here.
Yeah, there is a lot of spirits here. So what I'm going to do, actually, what I've got two of my cobblers out.
Yeah.
But because there's those huge glasses,
Massive
4 of
glasses.
us.
There you go.
I've got my lids. So
I feel like I want a Vogue.
it is. Speaking, we're back to the Blonde Ambition tour, aren't we?
is,
Madonna,
yes.
1990. You remember when we all had hair? Yeah. There we
Yeah,
are.
I did have hair in 1990.
You did,
Wow,
yeah.
I did,
I don't think I've ever had
I
hair.
did.
I
Wow.
can't remember that far back, to be fair. Right, so what I'm going to do here, this is a gin-based cocktail, so I'm going to use this very lovely, very full bottle of gin here. So I'm going to work in parts here because it's just easier. So I'm going to use 3 parts gin for this cocktail. So I'm going to do 3 in there. I can smell botanicals in that.
It's a good, we've reviewed this gin a while back, and we absolutely love it. We use this all the time. Brilliant gin, thank you very much.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, just
there we go.
give it a little extra splash.
It doesn't matter. So you don't have to be too accurate, luckily. I mean, we're a couple of videos down the line.
I think most of that was hidden by the bottle,
When
so
you're
lucky.
at home anyway, you tend to kind of free pour a little bit anyway. It's a little bit more forgiving.
Absolutely. No,
I'm
you're right.
smelling that already. So this is the Funkin Pouch. This is the lemon version.
Pure juice.
You have sold
juice.
these to us. We love these. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to start using these from now on.
good.
I've known them for a while, but we never engaged with them.
I'm not going to have Squeezer's wrist for a while. That's it. Now we've got his
Nobody
pouches.
wants that.
I
That
know.
cramp.
I know.
My hand gets really painful after squeezing all the lemons and limes.
When we have guests over, Scott spends a lot of time squeezing out lemons, limes.
It makes
everything.
my wrist limp, and I
need that.
I won't have that from now on.
We do not need that so early
No.
on in the week. So 3 parts gin, 3 parts lemon juice, and we're also going to go 3 parts dry vermouth, which is one of my favourite cocktail ingredients. That aromatized, fortified wine just adds such a beautiful extra layer to a cocktail. And this wouldn't be in a classic Aviation, but I think it's such a wonderful ingredient that brings all the other ingredients together that I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
That's what makes it supersonic.
It's got to supercharge and make it really, really supersonic. And we're all trying to ignore the fact that the cat's trying to get into the spirits bag and get to my syrups and spirits.
Our camera operative will deal with the cat.
That's how he earns a drink.
Indeed.
Actually, if you've got any cat food food down there. Just do it while you're there, you know. There we go. So 3 parts of this go 3, 3, and 3.
And that's
parts.
Asterley Brothers. That's the Schofield one.
Oh my goodness me, Asterley Brothers Schofield. This dry vermouth from London is beautiful. There are so many wonderful families, people, organisations making artisan vermouth these days. We don't need to just rely on the classic Italian stuff.
Absolutely not.
Yeah?
And we were lucky enough to meet these people during Junipalooza, wasn't it, 2021? We bought their entire range. We love it. Packaging's really nice, really good drink.
It's a really good drink.
Smells
Right,
lovely.
2 parts of this wonderful maraschino liqueur.
So the maraschino liqueur isn't kind of cherry flavoured; it's more almondy flavoured.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's kind of like more of like the pip of the cherry.
Yes, you're right. There's that pip. I like that. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. You get that sort of kernel flavour, and the nose to it is absolutely beautiful. So we've got 2 parts of that, and then we're going to put 1 part here, creme de violet, which again, you know, almonds and violet, that sort of is a bit of a Marmite factor. Some people love those sort of flavours, some people don't. But because you're mixing it with lots of other things, you get a really beautiful, really individual balance. There's no other drink that tastes like this. And look at that purple.
Beautiful colour, yeah.
The thing is, we've had aviations before, and they've been like really, really overly purple. Don't worry if your one doesn't look purpley.
Yeah, this won't look too purple.
Because
actually.
it's a fact of a lot of that is kind of artificial colouring in there that you get that kind of mixologists put in there.
And I'll tell you what, that's the thing. And actually, we all remember, like, when we were kids, all the sweets you got were like, wow, they were as bright as our shirts.
Yeah.
But actually, things are much more natural now. So this is a more of a bluey purple.
Yeah.
But what I do, for a little bit of tartness and for the colour, these days it's much better not to use numbers. Use something like this, which is actually a super food, isn't it?
It's
pomegranate
brilliant pomegranate juice.
Look at the colour of that. This is instantly
Changes the colour.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
change it. But the beautiful, almost tannic tartness of this wonderful fruit juice, it's sensational with the other ingredients, and you do get the wonderful colour.
And I'd rather have that bringing the colour to it than kind of people putting kind of artificial sweeteners
you're right.
and colours and everything.
You're right. Now I think what I'm going to do is the gentleman to my left and right. You can shake, and remember 20-second shake until your hands hurt because of the cold. Go. And we can just talk. Right. We'll get the glasses, ready. Huge glasses. There we
The biggest glasses known to man.
They are beautiful, though. They are so beautiful. Whenever you're happy, this is a good workout. You've got to sing for your
You know
supper.
what? I have indeed.
Brilliant.
Right, I'm dying.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Right,
That's fine. That's fine. That's great. And I'd say these glasses, they're
cold.
like a cross between a martini glass, a champagne coupe, and a Nick and Nora glass. There's something like, you know, the shape of them are absolutely beautiful.
And a fruit bowl.
And definitely a fruit bowl. Oh my goodness! You know, I was saying we need somewhere to store our limes and lemons. Well,
There you go.
There we go. Now I'm going to do
There you
a double-handed.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, look at that.
See, actually, even I'm finding this a challenge. Look
Look
at the
at
colour
that.
of that.
It's like
Colour.
doing that as Oscar did in a video before.
It is. I feel like one of those DJs that's got a couple of decks on the go. You know. There we go. Right.
It's such a lovely colour, isn't it?
It's a bit. There we go. It is a nice colour. Actually.
See, I like the look of that. It looks
good.
It looks appetising. It looks sexy. That's kind of what you want.
Doesn't look radioactive.
It doesn't.
great.
It doesn't. It doesn't look full of E numbers, basically.
And do you know what we're going to do? Classic. Look at this. Luxardo.
Oh, yes.
Maraschino cherries.
We love these.
See, I just want to drink that. So I've put some in a classic way, just on a little cocktail stick. Put those in there, going to hide them. Obviously, you could, if you had a much smaller glass, you could put them across, but as this is basically a fish tank, they're just going to disappear, and you can just suck off your cherries to your heart's content.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
very nice.
literally need a branch, I think, to suspend them on.
Thank you ever
Throwing
so
this.
much.
Oh, I'll take
Give
that
this
one.
a go.
Now, camera operative, we would normally
Wow.
do you one in the other videos, but unfortunately, we only got 4 of these super
The
junk bowls.
smell
Chin,
from
chin.
this
Ching ching.
is amazing.
Oh, yes.
Chin.
Ching.
There we go. Right, I'm super excited.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, I'm loving that.
Flavour is lovely.
Do you know what?
I'm loving this.
As I said to you before we filmed, an aviation is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
And we've tried it without this before, and with a gin that has kind of a violet element to it. This is superb. Putting the vermouth in there, and the pomegranate just brings it brings it up so many different flavour levels.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a nice little
yeah.
tartness in there, but the gin's coming through. I'm still getting the gin in there. I'm getting.
Still getting the gin.
Yeah.
The gin is still very prominent. And actually,
Yeah.
if you used a gin that didn't have a lot of flavour, which some don't, that would be lost. It would feel flat. But
Yeah.
the fact that you've got so many vibrant flavours in there, including
I'm getting
fresh-
bursts of
fresh
flavour.
ones, yeah.
Like every mouthful, I'm
Yeah.
getting something.
The issue is with some aviations that I've had in bars, it's just too violety.
Yeah.
With this, there's so many different kind of.
It's delicate
It's
in
kind of like a
this.
symphony. There's loads of things going on in there.
right.
It's lovely.
They seem to work.
Pomegranate really works.
Yeah,
It really works.
I think the pomegranate with the violet works nicely because actually, again, like I said, I know that Parma violets aren't everybody's favourite thing. I love that flavour, but you sort of want to make it accessible and fruity and fun. And my husband is not a huge violet fan, but he would love this cocktail.
Yeah.
I
I
think
like
because
this.
the violet is noticeable, but it's subtle in there. The other flavours are coming in to kind of complement it, and there's sweetness. There's so much depth because of the ingredients that have been put in there. This is I will openly say, because I'm very honest with things. This is my favourite ever aviation.
I'm
Wow.
so pleased.
Honestly,
Wow.
it really
I am
is.
so pleased.
And
Well
I
done.
actually
Well done.
I
Hard
don't
title
think
to
I'm
get.
gonna have another aviation out because I don't think that it can live up to this. So this will be unfortunately a drink I just have to drink at home now, unless bars want to do this. But this, this for me is
So
has
welcome to the
beaten
recipe.
every aviation.
I have to say, what I wanted to do is, like I said, supersonic, supercharge it, and there's a couple of other reasons why I called it that. My parents both worked at Rolls-Royce in Bristol over the time when Concorde was made
Wow.
and first flew, so it was a little nod to how much I love my parents and how supportive they are. And
Amazing
also,
aeroplane.
Also, it is. And also, because I loved adding the vermouth, do you remember, we're similar ages, the adverts with Joan Collins and Leonard Rossiter for Cinzano?
Cinzano.
Where
And she falls back.
She falls back on the plane, and it was a little nod to Joan and to Leonard.
Do you know what,
to
Joan and Leonard?
Leonard.
Joan is actually one of my all-time favourite actresses. She's an absolute legend.
Yes.
She
Agreed.
is a absolute legend. And I remember growing up with her, and she's fantastic. She's flawless. That lady's flawless and classy.
Totally
so
classy.
classy. But
I
you know
thought you were
what?
describing me then for a second. Flawless.
well, I am. But I just think that I think we should kind of re-nickname this the Joan Collins Supersonic Aviation.
Absolutely. The second printing of the book.
I think
Second
that's
book.
book number
yeah,
2.
If Joan will allow
Book number
us.
2.
if Joan will allow it. But yeah, I think Joan, if you haven't tried it, if you're ever going to watch Joan, try this. This is amazing.
I've got to say, adding the vermouth to the aviation has really made it a nice, pleasurable drink. Because I'm not mad about aviations because it's a bit
It's
too
an acquired taste.
Yeah.
I think it's nice as well as I don't know much about cocktails, and adding my gin into the different cocktails as well. It's just nice to see and bring all those different flavours out and
the gin forms an integral part of this. I mean, I'm still tasting the gin
Yeah.
within that. No
Yes.
flavour there is overpowering anything.
You can taste everything.
Yeah, they're all
every
coming
single
through
thing.
at different times.
And I just wanted to say, I did try this. You can imagine you could get this so wrong. You could get this so wrong with these very, very strong flavors. So I tried lots of different methods, and in the end, I went 3 parts gin, 3 parts dry vermouth, 3 parts lemon juice, 2 parts maraschino liqueur, 1 part creme de violet, and 1 part pomegranate, and that is my perfect combination.
I think if you did any more of that, it'd be overpowering.
Yeah, you're right.
You've got it in the right balance, and I mean, it's amazing. I'm not just saying it because you're here, because we're really honest about what we do.
No, it's lovely.
It is superb. I can't have another aviation now because it's supersonic all the way for me.
I'll make some up for you. We whack it in the fridge, add the ice last minute, and that will take you through to at least tomorrow. A couple of shakers.
Or this afternoon.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's about
So
right.
that is in this book, Home Bar.
Our
Brilliant
new
book.
Bible.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely our
Very
new Bible. It tells you about making up syrups. It tells you what little snacks to have with these. Brilliant. We love this book. We're so happy that you introduced us to this book. We love it. Definitely get this.
Thank you.
Get this.
it can also be bought on my website as well.
There you go.
yes.
Along with this gin and these
We'll put a link somewhere down there.
amazing cans. Yeah, there you go. It's going down there.
These gin and tonics in the
Gin
can.
and tonic.
Amazing.
Double gin and tonic.
Brilliant. Thank you
Right.
for having me.
Right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, lovely
Thank
man.
you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And cheers, everyone. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.